Innocent man is dead after a cross-city police chase in Coffee County.
Yeah, we're told that chase began as a traffic stop in Manchester before coming to a deadly end at the intersection of highways 41 and 55 in Tullahoma. Police say 66-year-old Joe Moon's car was T-boned by that fleeing suspect. Moon was a longtime city employee in Tullahoma. A viewer sent us a picture from his retirement party right there. The suspects police were chasing. They were taken to the hospital with minor injuries and are now in police custody.
Breaking news right now. Alexandra Cohen is on the scene of an overturned semi in Goodlettsville. She's been there all morning. And Alexandra, we're told that the driver of that semi is in the hospital.
Amy, he's in critical condition. Medics were performing CPR here at the scene. Let me show you what crews are dealing with right this second. Obviously, you can see there's all those boxes, a lot of aluminum from that 18-wheeler that they have to clear away. The good part of this is 2 lanes are now open. As you can see from this shot, we have all the tow trucks on the shoulder, myself included back here. But earlier when I was on scene, again, it was very messy. There was a bunch of boxes. There was kitchen supplies in those boxes, and some of them were labeled as Burger King. But again, police with Goodlettsville, they came out to investigate this very serious crash. It's their fatal crash team. They're not sure of the condition of the man or the driver at this point, but I was hearing on scanner traffic that people were driving by and he was unresponsive in the grass. Obviously, they've got a lot to figure out here as far as their investigation goes. They're not sure what caused this driver to run off the road, but I'm told police will have an update by about 9 a.m. Reporting in live drive, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Alexandra, thank you. And also breaking news this morning, a man murdered at a Hermitage apartment complex overnight.
Officers say the man was shot twice, and now the search for the gunman's underway. Kimberly Davis live at the Hermitage Police Precinct this morning. Kimberly, do we have a suspect description?
Amy, at this hour, police say they do not have a suspect description, but witnesses on the scene were able to see a getaway car right after that shooting happened. They're telling us that it is a black 4-door sedan, but as far as a witness description, a suspect description, witnesses were not able to get a good look at the guy. Take a look at this video. This is what the scene looked like overnight. Now, the shooting happened around 10 o'clock at Pine Brook Apartments on Hickory Hill Lane. When officers arrived on scene, they found a man lying in the parking lot with 2 gunshot wounds. He was transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where he later died. We spoke with a resident in that area who tells us he's tired of all the shootings in his neighborhood.
To hear and come home from work and find, another shooting right here outside my own apartment. People don't need to be shooting each other.
Now, officers are working on getting us a suspect description, and as soon as new information becomes available, we will pass that along. For now, we are live in Hermitage. I'm Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
Kimberly, thanks very much. And happening right now in Williamson County, detectives in the town of Fairview, they are investigating a double shooting. They've been looking at this all night long. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy joins us live from Williamson County. And we understand one of those victims in this case died, Dan?
That's right, Steve. It's been a busy night for detectives and a sad one for family members of a 37-year-old woman who was shot and killed in this double shooting. Happened about 7:30 last night. Here's the footage from the scene on Southern Street and Fairview Boulevard. Yeah, detectives first got the call about 7:30 on 2 people shot here in the 3700 block at a home. When they got here, we understand one woman was transported to the hospital. We didn't know about their conditions last night, but I just got off the phone with a family friend of this woman who says she passed away from her gunshot injury at about 9 o'clock yesterday evening. We're still waiting on word on the other person's condition, on any suspect information, and what exactly unfolded. I just minutes ago spoke with the public information officer for the Williamson County Sheriff's Department. She says detectives expect to give her more information a little later this morning, and once she's free to pass that along, including identities of those involved, we'll post it on newschannel5.com. Reporting live in Williamson County, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
All right, Dan, thank you for the update. An Antioch man continues to fight for life this morning after his brother-in-law attacked him with a sledgehammer. This just sounds painful. Officers say that Olvin Zanega Flores attacked Jesus Alvarez from behind with a knife and a hammer. And during the attack, the suspect allegedly dragged the victim's 10-year-old daughter into the room to watch the whole thing go down. Alvarez remains in critical condition. If you see Zanega Flores, contact police. He could be in the victim's white Chevy pickup truck with a camper-style toolbox in the back.
And we are learning that some type of collision may have contributed to the death of country singer Craig Morgan's son. That report also shows that Jerry Greer was wearing a life jacket, but not one that was approved by the U.S. Coast Guard. TWRA officials recommend you find a life jacket that is appropriate for the activity you are participating in, is the right size, and in good condition.
Every time we have a boating accident out there, and we always try to remind folks that if you wear the right jackets, you have a really good chance of surviving.
The TWRA is still waiting on a final report on Jerry Greer's death from the medical examiner. Visitation for Greer is tomorrow at Walnut Street Church of Christ in Dixon. His funeral will be held Saturday at 11 at Covenant Presbyterian here in Nashville. Family and friends have established a scholarship in Jerry's honor. The Jerry Greer Memorial Scholarship Fund will help athletes at Dixon County High School, and you can donate through TriStar Bank on East College Street.
A Vanderbilt nurse lost his life in a scuba diving accident earlier this week. Smoky Bar News reporting that Kevin Kimbley passed away Monday in Panama City, Florida, when he did not surface with the rest of his diving class. Local authorities are investigating that incident this morning. A big award for a teenager who lost his life protecting his friends. Xavier Dobson was posthumously given the prestigious Arthur Ashe Award for Courage at last night's ESPY Awards.
His legacy will live on because of his courageous acts. He sacrificed his life for someone else. So that's an awesome thing.
Steph Curry presented that award to Xavion's family. His mom took the chance to ask for a change in gun laws. The 15-year-old was killed shielding his friends from gunfire in Knoxville this past December. At the time, Xavion was a football player at Fulton High School. The Arthur Ashe Courage Award, certainly one of the most prestigious in sports. 4 years ago, that same award was given to the winningest coach in NCAA history, Pat Summitt.
And today, fans from all over the country are going to honor the life of the legendary Vols coach. A celebration of life will be held at Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. We'll be live at that ceremony. You can watch the event starting at 6 on News Channel 5 Plus and online at newschannel5.com.